Welcome back to the channel, Farmer with Nick. Thanks for joining me here again on Grandpa's farm on Riverbend. So as you can see, I am in May now, we're in spring, and I'm just doing some odds and ends, some chores here. We got some barley I am harvesting up. Just doing a quick headland pass right now. And you can see the field right next to me. I'm just having a worker till that up from winter. And it was kind of an uneventful winter if you saw the last episode on Grandpa's farm here. Now, one quick thing, of course, as I said that in my other video in January and December, it just rained. It actually snowstormed in April. And there was maybe probably a handful of inches on the ground for April, but not enough to actually plow. I mean, I just drove around fine, but I decided to come into the next month here, give you a quick update, and I think, I don't want to never say never, but I think this might be the last episode here on Grandpa's farm. And reason being, I'm planning on shifting and playing some of the other builds on the other maps that I've been working on. So I have really enjoyed this farm a lot, and I'm probably going to keep this save and honestly probably just play off camera and test it out with other things and other mods, and I'll probably use this map for that. And why not? I spent quite a bit of time in playing on this map. I just don't want to throw it away, so never say never. However, I think, yes, this will probably be the last episode here on Riverbend. Now, that is not for my Riverbend series where I am doing a dairy farm. Oops, go back up. AI worker. For that one, yes, my plan is to keep playing on that Riverbend series, and then that'll be my Riverbend series going forward, and not this one. Even though I really had a lot of fun on this one. I mean, just to kind of get going into FS25 and kind of learn the ropes, learn like the build menu, how to do things, the GPS, the AI workers, some of the animals. It was worth my time, and kind of learned it here on the starting farm. I wouldn't take it back at all. I did like my layout and my design for this farm. Obviously, when I play off camera, just hop into my build mode, and I still have this field to kind of play around with stuff, and that's my intention, to kind of keep playing on this farm a little bit off camera. I purchased these two fields to expand the farm, and then I'm probably gonna end up just cultivating this off screen and just kind of playing around with maybe some different crops, trying out some of the different vegetable crops, and just kind of going from there. But let me kind of go through the layout really quick. So one thing with Grandpa's farm that wasn't, I guess, my thing, and not to say that's a bad thing, was how many entrances there were to the farm. You had 1, 2 right there, 3, you had 4 by the roadside stand, then you had 5 kind of coming in the back of the farm, and then 6 on the other side. Now, that's not, I mean, I know I'm just kind of being nitpicky there, but one of the things, I would probably just have one drive coming in off the main road and maybe another side maintenance entrance, but not 6 entrances kind of encircling this whole area. But for what it was, just to get started, I mean, I think it was fine. I wish, I utilized, this shed more. I wish I utilized this barn and even the giant red barn. I wish I would have utilized it more. I mean, that planter, I don't think I ever moved. I maybe moved it once when I was planting these other 2 fields, and then that was it. Same thing, that truck, I haven't moved it since I purchased the skid steer and the side-by-side. And I wish I would have utilized these barns a little more. This one, I absolutely love this barn. One of my favorites by Giants here. And if you haven't checked out my... Oops, sorry. Zoom out of there. If you haven't checked out my dairy build, go check that out. And you can see how I'm utilizing the barn. And that one, I feel like, to its full potential. I am placing a bunch of things and getting as many, implements and tractors, the harvesters in there. And then this back room, I'm using it for storage, getting some of my bale wrap, seeds. So, I'm actually utilizing that building. I wish I would have done that more on this series here, and I just didn't. That's okay, that's just life. But I like the other thing is how I built and kind of tested this kind of cattle pen to go around in the tree line, going all the way around and then looping back this way. I love how that turned out, and it makes it a little more realistic when you're going, and you can get the fence line through those trees and kind of loop it all the way around. I really did like that. I like how I added the little lean-to shelters for the water buffalo, and I added one out here as well. That way they could just kind of get out of harm's way during the harsh weather. The cattle on here, you can see they're not little calves anymore. So I would wait probably still another handful of months until they're fully grown water buffalo, and then I would sell them off. So I'm not even to that point. And yes, I do need to give them some feed, and I'll probably end up just playing on this one, like I said, off camera, and do some of that on my own now. But otherwise, I liked the aspect of having this extra cattle pen over here. I could have expanded that. Obviously, you could put 2 more right here. I mean, it just seems fitting to kind of do that. Or if I didn't want these, you could just sell it off, get rid of the lean-to, and then sell the water buffalo, and then put this back to a field. There's nothing stopping you for any of that. And then just keeping this as your cattle pasture. But all in all, I really had fun playing on this map. Now, it feels completely different playing on the bottom half of Riverbend Springs. And if you have checked out my channel before, if you haven't, and this is one of your first times, I'm kind of popping up on YouTube for you. So here's the store. My other series, which I'm ecstatic about, just thinking about it. I actually want to play on that farm right now. But I actually built my other farm. So here's the store, and it's across the ferry, and it's right over here in these fields. So I built my dairy farm here, kind of up this road, and my house is here, and all my other barns, fences, and my other fields over here, and then expanding this way, and then here's the farmer's market, and then the really, really cool corn maze. So I like playing on this side of the farm, or sorry, not the farm, but of the map. And not to say that anything is bad about the starting farm over here. I do like it, but like I said, the layout and some of the stuff is just not for me, and that's okay. you don't have to like everything, and I just wanted to get playing and try stuff on FS25, so that's where I'm at. I did like how I added the extra barn though, just kind of thinking about that, and I really like how I added the little pig pen here. You can see our pigs are not little piglets anymore, so that's cool to see them full grown and now kind of moving on from this map. But I really did enjoy this. I liked that big red barn, and maybe like in another, build, if I did another American style build, I would kind of add that in and try to utilize it more. I guess that was my problem on this map. I didn't really use those barns, like I said, where I should have been. But, that's okay. You're not gonna have time to do every single thing, and if you've watched any of my other series, I kind of always like to talk at the very end about what worked, what didn't work, what I didn't get to, that sort of thing. And my goal, honestly, for this was to just try out FS25 and to kind of get going with some animals, see how to do some builds, and kind of get going with how to do field work. And I feel like I accomplished my goal personally with that, so I'm happy with where I'm at, and I am kind of sad, I won't be playing on it as much, but I mean, most of you are probably okay with that. I mean, I'm not getting a ton of views anymore on this series, and that's okay, but at least I kept it going, for probably at least 5 more episodes than I thought I would keep it going. So, but I just wanted to kind of give you an update there and kind of touch base with where I was at, and let you know that I'm not done playing on Riverbend. I will continue playing on Riverbend, but on my dairy farm, which is on the opposite side of the map. So if you have not checked out that series, please, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised on the build, and I'm really having a lot of fun on that side of the map and playing on that farm. So that's probably where I'll focus more of my efforts on Riverbend Springs, at least for now. So, but I'll keep this build and I'll keep playing at it on my own and just kind of go from there. So, all right, well, thank you so much for kind of tuning in here to my last episode here on Grandpa's Farm. And if you haven't joined the channel yet, I would love to have you subscribe, become a not a member, but become a part of the community here and tag along and see what I'm up to, see what builds I'm working on next, and checking out some of my other series. I'd love to have you kind of tag along with all those. So thanks again for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and take care.